and today I'm going to tell you about something a little bit related to math. We're going to do Fibonacci sequence in Python. So what's Fibonacci sequence? So Fibonacci sequence is a sequence that the new number that you're going to write or type is the last two numbers before it added together. So let me show you. So the first two numbers always have to be 0 and 1. I don't know why, but the first two numbers have to be 0 and 1. And then the sum of these two numbers, which is 1, is written here. And then the sum of them, which 1 plus 1 is 2. And then 3. And then 2 plus 3 is 5. And then you keep going. And that's Fibonacci sequence. So now that you have an idea what Fibonacci sequence is, I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do in my code. In my code, I'm going to write a code that tells you the nth number or whatever number you want in Fibonacci sequence. For me, I'm going to assume that the first number is actually the 0th number. So this is second, this is first, this is second, and this is third. So if I asked my program to find the third number, it actually would find this number, not this number. And that's how my code works. In my code, I'm going to use something called recursion. Recursion is like repeating, like a loop. So there's a function, and then it calls itself. And then it would repeat forever and ever, but if I define two of them, which are next to each other, the code can figure itself out. And it won't be forever and ever and ever and ever. So let's get started. This is my code. So now I'm going to add a new file, which I'm going to call fib. And it's important to put a .py at the end because it tells him that it's in Python. So now you're in fib.py. So now I'm going to write a function and put all the code in. You should know what a function is if you watch my last video. So I'm going to define a function like this. This is my function. It's gonna have a parameter which is called n, or the nth number of my Fibonacci sequence. So now I go to the next line. Oh wait. And don't forget to put this. This tells us that the rest of the things in here are part of this. Remember to keep that indent because it's part of the function. And now I'm gonna do something. The first two numbers of the code are just 0 and 1. And they're both just because the 0th number is a 0th number and the first number is the first number. So now I'm going to write if is it indented? Return n. What this little snippet of code means is that the first, if n is bigger than 2, which is the 0th number and the first number, which are 0 and 1, the nth number is n. So the 0th number is 0, and the first number is 1. So now I'm going to do the recursion. So what I am now going to write will seem a bit confusing, but it will work. So I'll explain it after, but return fibfunc and minus 2 plus fibfunc. Plus fibfunc n minus 1. This line of code means that the number before the last number, the number before n plus the number before n is equal to n. So if n was 2, then the number before 2. If n was 3, then the number before the third number, which is 1, plus the number before that, which is 0, add together is the third number. So now it gets 1. But don't you think this will keep repeating itself, right? It will do infinite. It's an infinite loop, right? But I defined this first. What does this mean? You defined 2 of those numbers. So it will keep going and going until it reaches those 2 numbers. And then it goes forward. And then it can calculate your number. So let's try it. So now let's test our function. So how about 11? Now save your code, which is Command S, and there's an X right here. So now press this. Oh yeah, and you need to print out the result of this test case. So So you need to print out this, so or else it won't show the numbers now. And 89. The 11th number is 89. So let's test out more. What about the 9th number? bigger than the 9th number. What about 20th number? 6,765. And just to prove that my code is right, I'm going to do the 4th number. 3. So let's see. The 4th number is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yay! It is 3. So my code worked. Yay! Now it's going to become your code if you can copy it. Maybe you can write it all by yourself, even without me. So that's then. To summarize this video, what I did today was I talked about Fibonacci sequence, and I wrote a program that if you input the nth number, it will return the nth number of the Fibonacci sequence. And that's it. So bye. Wait, I need to tell you something. Remember the recursion I told you about? It's very important. If I didn't do this part and just did the recursion, it would show error, error. So remember to do this. Maybe you can even write a future code that's different from this that uses recursion. But if you want to do that, remember, always write this. So this is called base condition for recursion. And also, beware that I don't know how to spell recursion. So if you're not very sure of my spelling, please look it up online. So this is it. If you ever need it for a homework assignment, this is it. Okay, bye. Okay, before I say bye-bye again, I will continue to make more videos. And please subscribe. If you have any questions, feel free to comment and I will try to answer them. If you want to learn about something, you can comment to me and I will try to make a video about it. Bye.